I'm Carissa Andrews, international best-selling indie author and CEO of Author Revolution. With more than 15 books published, it's safe to say I have made a ton of mistakes in my endeavor to become a full-time author. The most important thing that I've learned in the past decade is that indie authors need to protect their creativity and their serenity. Being an author is a long game, and that's why I'm on a mission to teach other indies just like you how to publish books with a sustainable, rapid release method. I created the Author Revolution podcast to give you insights and actionable step-by-step strategies to help you do just that. If you're an ambitious author or one in the making who's looking to create a long-term author career and a life you love, you've found your tribe, my friend. Let's get your author revolution underway. Welcome back to the Author Revolution podcast. I trust you've had a lovely first week of June. Well, summer is in full swing here in Minnesota, and I am loving every single minute of it. From inside my house. Because man, it's like 90 degrees outside. What is this? It's the hottest June in recent memory, I can tell you that. Okay, well, enough about the weather. Guys, I have a very special episode for you today. If you've been struggling with your writerly goals this year, or if you've been wondering what you're meant to do next in your author journey, or if there are programs you know you should get but you can't seem to afford just yet, perk up your ears because, ooh, you are in for a huge treat. Today I have Cary Richards from Infostack on the show, and we're discussing the latest Write, Publish, Profit 4.0 Infostack. Now, what's that, you ask? Well, we'll discuss all of that in the interview. So first, I want to actually start by explaining why I was so excited to get Cary on the show. Now, I don't know if you realize this about me, but I'm kind of a knowledge hoarder. I love information, and I can't seem to stop myself from reading or buying new courses or trying out new products as soon as they come out. And in some cases, even before they do. Atticus. Now, this time last year, I was digging into list aiming because of the Windhaven Witches series. One of my friends mentioned to me that Melissa Storm, someone else who I should actually be bringing onto this show, come to think of it, had some courses in this special deal called Write, Publish, Profit 3.0. Yes, literally the only reason I checked it out was because Melissa Storm was in there. She has a list aiming course that she was teaching as kind of an experiment as she was doing her own list aim, and it was spectacular. But what I found out was she wasn't the only incredible name in that Infostack. I got a wicked cool course from someone you might know, David Gaughran. Remember that guy? And there were deals on Pro Writing Aid, K-Lytics reports, ebook downloads, and so much more. It was almost mind-boggling just how much stuff was packed into this one tiny package, right? So here's the thing. Infostack is just like it sounds. Cary and his team curate this huge list of some of the best courses, books, and software, and then they stack them into like one big bundle. Then they sell the whole thing at a spectacular special deal price. But here's the catch. It is only 1 week. That's all you've got. Just 1 week. Now, all of this stuff inside the bundle, the courses, the ebooks, whatever, they're all still available at their normal prices on whoever's website who is, doing the thing. And I can say that in all honesty because yes, I'm one of the authors that Cary reached out to. One of my courses is included in this year's bundle. I won't tell you which one just yet, but I know without a doubt you're gonna flip when you find out which one it is. So yes, I am an affiliate for this incredible bundle, but I would have sung all of its praises even if I wasn't. Now, Write, Publish, Profit 4.0 is packed with so many goodies that authors are in desperate need of most times. And if you're short on cash, let me just say, this bundle is over $8,000 worth of stuff for $49. Like, what? The cool thing is, even if you were like me and you purchased it last year, all of the stuff, with the exception of some of the software or membership pieces, they're all new. Yes, I even have gone ahead and purchased my own bundle this year. I mean, shoot, even if I was only to use the 1-year free membership to Publish, it's paid for itself. Okay, I'm getting a little too excited about all of this. What can I say? I love saving money on author info. So rather than go on and on, let's hop into the interview with Cary so that you can hear from the founder of Infostack himself about how this idea came about and why you, as an author, really should jump on this deal while it lasts. Are you ready? Cary, thank you so much for joining the Author Revolution podcast. I am super thrilled that you're here today. I've filled my audience in a little bit about Infostack and Write, Publish, Profit and why I enjoy it so much, but I'm going to have you kind of tell my audience a little bit more about you and what it is that you do.
Great. And thanks for having me on. I appreciate being here. So I guess let me just kind of fill you in quick about Infostack and kind of how it got started and why we do what we do, right?
Absolutely.
So I thrashed around for years trying to figure out something to make a living online, right? I spent years in the corporate sales field in a number of different areas, and a number of different false starts and mistakes, and you know how that goes.
Absolutely.
Finally stumbled on this idea of creating large bundles of high quality information that I could sell at a discount. I came to the realization that I really wasn't an expert in anything, right? So what am I going to create a course on it? What do I know, and so I started, bundling these pieces of information together. And it just so happens that back up a minute, one of the things that I did to try to make money online was I started writing these short informational nonfiction books and launching them on Amazon, right?
Sure.
So I kind of got into the self-publishing space and had a little bit of knowledge on that. So I figured the first bundle that we would do would be in self-publishing. And so the first Write, Publish, Profit 1, I guess you call it, was born. That happened in late June of 2018. And it was wildly successful. We were like shocked at how successful it was. And so we kind of went, okay. And so a month later, I quit my job and I went full time into doing these bundles. And that's how Infostack was born. And so, that's kind of what we do is we go out in a number of different niches and verticals. And put together these promotional bundles. We call them stacks, and they tend to be these bundles of anywhere between about $2,500 and about $8,000 worth of stuff in any one of the bundles, and we sell them at $49, so highly discounted, and that's why they sell so well.
So why 49? Was there some really cool formula that went behind the scenes to try to figure out?
It wasn't that scientific, no. It was kind of like, what do we price this at? It's, we want it to be discounted. We don't want to go 99. We don't want to go 35. Let's go right at 50, 49.95 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how we did that. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, so you kind of touched on it briefly about why anyone listening to the podcast today is going to probably want to know more. But for those authors who are out there, do you want to explain a little bit more about this Infostack that is specifically geared toward them and that is actually launching very, very soon?
Yeah. So Write, Publish, Profit 4.0, it will have gone live yesterday morning. And so it's live right now. And it'll be live through Tuesday night, the 15th, at midnight Eastern time. So that's how long it lasts. Perfect. And so plenty of time to go take a look at it. And it is over 60 different items in this stack. It's a huge stack this time. There is literally, there's almost so much stuff in it. I'm almost embarrassed to say what the total value is. I think we're close to $8,000 worth of.
Why would you be embarrassed about that? That's amazing. Authors have a huge opportunity.
But just like it doesn't sound real, or it's like wow.
Right.
And so they can purchase it for $49. And it is specifically aimed at writers and self-publishers. It's everything and anything that you would need to know to write, publish, and sell either a nonfiction or a fiction book.
So I would love to get into some of the awesome stuff that's in there. But first, I want to know a little bit about like what made you want to do the Infostack on Write Publish Profit? Like, where did that concept come from originally with that 1.0?
Oh, well, again, yeah, I was trying to figure out what should the first stack be? What should we do it on? And I had just recently been writing these books and publishing them on Amazon. And I figured, well, that's kind of know a little bit about that. And it seems like there's a lot of buzz in that industry, in that space.
Sure.
And so that's, we just, let's try that. Let's try that as the first one.
I was wondering if it was like there's some really cool courses in there that you really wanted to know, and you're like, let's see if we can get them to join over here.
Well, I wasn't quite that devious.
No, the rats. That's amazing. It'd be a lot of fun to be like, who are some of the really cool people in the industry right now? Let's see if we can bring them in.
Well, and honestly, that's like kind of what happened. But no, that wasn't really my thinking with going into it. So
sure.
Yeah.
Well, now, Infostack, the company, your company has been featured by some pretty big names. So if there are any listeners out here who are kind of hearing, okay, the stack thing, and it's $49, but $8,000 worth of really cool author stuff, and they're thinking this has got to be a scam. I know we've talked about, all the different companies who have actually supported you. And I have an email that's going to be going out talking about why this is like a true, honest to God, awesome opportunity that authors need to be perking their ears up for. So can you explain to my listeners some of the companies who have backed you and really supported this opportunity?
Yeah. So, one thing I want to point out is that we do have a 60-day money back, no questions asked, money back guarantee. So if they do purchase the stack, they get in there and they realize that it's not what they wanted, or they're, the stuff isn't as high quality as we said it was, or whatever. All they got to do is email us, and we'll give them their money back without even any explanation. They just have to ask. So there's really no, no risk involved whatsoever. And I would suggest that they get on the sales page, which I think you'll be able to give them a link to, and just take a look and look at the people that are on there. They're, not everybody's a household name, but if they look through, they'll realize that the stuff that we have in there, that we spend a lot of time vetting these people and making sure that it's all good, high quality stuff, and that it's the retail price that we list for them, that they're not, that the people who purchase the stack is not paying, right? It's right. It's the retail price that it's currently being offered at elsewhere. We want to make sure that's not overinflated. In other words, that $8,000 figure that I just gave you is real good, solid, retail pricing that they would find on the internet. And so a couple of things I wanted to mention that are in the stack. The first thing is Pro Writing Aid. It's probably one of the top 2 or 3 writing softwares that's currently out there, and we have a full 12-month extended free trial available in the stack, and I think that's one of the most popular items that we've seen. And then another thing that they're offering is a thing called CrowdSpring, where they'll help you put together a book cover, help you edit and format the book, and get it all ready to publish, and help you self-publish it. It's kind of a a la carte thing where you can pick and choose, or you can do the whole thing or whatever. Sure. And it's really I think a popular piece of software or service, I guess you'd call it, that's in the stack. And then, all kinds of things. I'll tell you the buckets that we have in the stack are basically marketing and advertising, writing, craft, traditional publishing. There's several things in there on how to look for an agent, how to get an agent, how to write a query letter to traditional publishing houses, and kind of just generally how to go about getting traditionally published, as well as a whole bunch of stuff on again, editing, formatting, and producing your self-published book to get it out there and get it published and make it look really professional. And then, again, a whole bunch of stuff in marketing and advertising. Once you've got it published, now what do I do? Kind of a thing, right? So there's a whole bunch of stuff on getting it out there and getting it in people's hands. And so again, 60 plus pieces of information in there, different courses and books and master classes and all kinds of stuff.
For sure. Yeah. Some of the ones that really stood out to me when I was looking at other than Pro Writing Aid was Campfire Blaze for starters, because that's a program that I've been testing out for a while. So they've got an extended, I think, wasn't it 3 months to be able to trial the whole thing out? And then even BookBrush is in there. So people who are looking to be able to do social media and 3D images of their book covers and stuff, BookBrush is in there.
Yep.
And actually, Rapid Release Roadmap Guys is involved in the Infostack for this time too. So,
of course,
online course wise. So there are tons of really great opportunities to be able to check out and learn and grow with all aspects of publishing. Is really an incredible deal. And like I said in the intro, I did last year's and I found so much valuable insights and information in there. And there were actually a couple of people, I think Melissa Storm was one of them, where I forgot that she had done courses. And so I ended up taking a couple of hers. She had one that was in there, and then I ended up taking a couple of additional courses because I completely spaced out that Melissa did courses. And so I was like, oh, yeah.
And that's, that's the service we offer to publishers, to the people that the contributors to the stack, is that it's just a really good way to get your name and brand out there in front of just a ton of highly targeted potential customers. So.
Absolutely. And there was so much information in there. I mean, it was almost overwhelming last time when I was going through it all. And so I would love for you to explain to my listeners who maybe do join, how do they go about figuring out how to claim all the products that are inside the Infostack?
That's an interesting question. Because that's one of the issues, it's like a good problem to have, right? But there tends to be so much really good information in the stack that people get a little bit overwhelmed. And so, by the way, we do offer an unfair advantage cheat sheet that we sell you, and it's very inexpensive, but it offers you. It's like, if you're interested in this, then start here and then go here, and it gives you kind of a better way to organize and access the information in the stack better, easier, faster, kind of a thing. So you look for that in the checkout cart as you go through when you're purchasing, and then kind of the just the process, the nuts and bolts of it is, they purchase the stack, then they get access to the download portal page, and they can look through and see which ones they're interested in, which where they want to kind of start. And they've got a whole year, they've got 12 months to access everything in the stack. So they don't have to stress out about, I got to get everything all at once. You can come back in over a number of months and download and get access to the stuff in the stack. And so once they're in there, then they get access to the download portal page, and they can pick and choose. And as soon as they want to, click on one thing, they'll get access to the redemption page. And that's where the link to the content will be, and they can click on that, and we link out to wherever the content is, and then just offer coupon codes and things like that make it free to the people to purchase the stack.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was the thing for me when I did it last year. I definitely kind of looked for the pieces that I was most interested in. Last year was all about list aiming. So if there was anything in there that was list aiming related, or anything that slightly I thought would help me with that concept, I was definitely going there first. But there was so much good stuff that I didn't even realize was in there. Stuff from Alex Newton, from Keylytics. And I mean, it was an incredible deal last year. And I know this time, when I've been seeing the stuff from our emails that are going to be going out for it, it's just been incredible to go, wow, this is going to be even more spectacular.
This is our biggest one ever.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, we talked already that there's a warranty. So there's a 60-day money back guarantee. If people are interested in learning more about Infostack, maybe they have a course or an ebook or something like that, and they want to be able to be included in it next time around, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
Yep. Best thing to do is get me at Cary, Cary, at Infostack.io.
Perfect.
So that's my
Well, we'll definitely
email. Feel
be.
free to ping me and just, ask any questions you'd like. I'm always available. That's kind of what I do in this business. Is I'm the front facing guy. I'm the face of the business. So
Awesome.
I'm always available to talk to people. I love to talk to people. So give me a shout there. If you want to take a quick look at the page at the site itself, it's just infostack.io. And go take a look there, and there's a little button that shows you, look at our latest deals, and that'll take you to whatever's going on. But Carissa, I think you're going to put a link to it on a page here.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I'll make sure that there is one that's set up. So if you're looking to go to the actual page for Write, Publish, Profit 4.0, you're going to want to head over to authorrevolution.org/WPP4. That way you can take a look at the information that's out there and all the good deals that are going to be involved in this info stack. And like Cary said, it's only for the 1 week. So you're definitely going to want to, be paying attention. Go check it out now. If you're going to be thinking about it, think about it and make sure you act quickly, because it won't last. And I can tell you right now, it is so worth it. The information in there is incredible.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is that these stacks are individual, right? We publish them, we make them available for a week, and then we'll do it again next year. But it'll maybe have a couple, 2 or 3 things, the same things in there, like maybe a pro writing aid or something.
Right.
But most of it will be different stuff. And so this is the only time really that this particular stack will be available. So
absolutely. And the information that's in there, it's just, like you've said, all of these courses or all the information that's in there, whether it's a course or a book or a software as a service or whatever the case might be, all of those things still exist out in on the real world at their normal price. And so they will go back to their normal price as soon as this info stack has left and gone back into the ether until next year. So you definitely don't want to miss it.
Awesome.
Well, cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and explaining a little bit about InfoStack and about Write, Publish, Profit 4.0, because I know my listeners are really going to benefit from it. Many of them are trying to either start from the very beginning and they're trying to figure this whole indie author game out. And so I don't know about you, but I'm a knowledge hoarder. I love information. So if I can get something for cheaper and fill my brain with even more stuff, that's what I've always done. I love it. And so hopefully a lot of the listeners will do the same.
Let me mention one more thing, by the way. After Write, Publish, Profit 4, we'll be getting back in touch with the people who do purchase. And we have a coaching program available.
Oh, neat.
And so if they are a person who just getting started, doesn't quite know where to start, or if they have a book and it hasn't been selling well, or they're trying to figure out how to market it, get it out there, get it sold, even get it onto the New York Times or USA Today bestseller lists, that kind of thing. We have a program that'll allow them to do that. It's a 12-week coaching program. So I don't want to say too much about it here. Everybody go buy the stack. But after you buy it, then we'll be getting in touch with you. And just no obligation, of course, but if you are interested in something like that, we'll make that available to you as well.
That's fantastic. Well, I definitely know my listeners are going to love that, and they're going to probably be looking forward to that email once it's out. So cool. Awesome. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to share about Write, Publish, Profit?
I think that's it for today. If anybody has any questions, they can get a hold of me at that email, Cary@infostack.io. And I really appreciate you taking the time, Carissa.
You bet. Thanks so much for coming, Cary. And I hope that you have a wildly successful launch this time. I think it's going to be fantastic. I don't know how it couldn't be. So,
well, thanks very much.
Yes, thank you. Well, there you have it. Can you see now why I'm so stoked about this year's Write, Publish, Profit 4.0 info stack? And if you were listening, you'll now know that Rapid Release Roadmap is the course I'm offering inside this year's stack. Now, I wanted to get it out into this world, and I knew this was going to be a big way to go about doing it. So if you've heard me talk about Rapid Release Roadmap in the past, you know that this course typically sells for a heck of a lot more than $49. So even if that's the only thing you wanted out of this deal, you've saved yourself some money. Now remember, this Infostack deal only lasts until next Tuesday, June 15th. When it's gone, it is gone forever. And even if I participate in Write, Publish, Profit 5.0 next year, it will be a different course so that all of you guys can get a different flavor for what I offer, right? Yes, I'll be launching Rapid Release Roadmap again soon, but when I do, the price is going to be much higher. So what are you waiting for? Head over to authorrevolution.org/84 to get the direct links to Write, Publish, Profit 4.0 or download the transcript to today's interview. I want you to be as successful as possible in your indie author endeavors, and I know that this Infostack, Write, Publish, Profit 4.0, is an absolute jackpot for information that'll help you get there. Your time is right now, my friend. You just need to get started. So go forth and start your author revolution.